What is up, Geeks and Geekettes? It's another episode of the Countdown to the Geekcast. What a glorious occasion it is. Episode 100. We've hit the centennial mark, gentlemen. Finally.
Yes.
You know, we probably should have hit this year one where Steady over here was more consistent in the show.
There's only 52 weeks in the year. What are you talking about? Anywho.
You could have done 2 episodes a week.
You know what? Actually, we've done more episodes than 100, but all of our live episodes don't get counted all the time. So there's another.
Well, they probably shouldn't count it anyway.
There you go. So this is episode 100 of the Countdown to the Geekcast. My name is Steady. With me on this glorious occasion is the man, the myth, the legend, JC.
Hey, everybody.
And the guy that is wearing his work shirt on the show, it's Rob.
You have to blur. Thanks for having me on the show.
I'm have to blur that out.
It's all good. It's all good.
I'll tell you what. My daughter gave me a sticker today. I'll just go ahead and.
Yay! Can't tell a thing.
There you go. Can't
tell for Cha.
It's Chad. That's his name, Chad.
There you go.
Chaz Michael.
All right. Well, you know what? We have to just do this first. It's episode 100. There's been so many memories across the 5 years that we've been doing this. Me and Rob, especially, because he's been there since the beginning. JC, you have a lot of memories as well. We'll go ahead and start with you. Out of all the episodes you've been a part of, all the events, all the occasions, what's been the one that kind of stood out to you the most? What's been your favorite?
My favorite is very easily the Spider-Man debate. That was so much fun to record.
Oh, God.
Just Rob and Elliot going back and forth was a piece of work. It was so amazing. I'm looking forward to part 2. It's something else, man. That was a blast.
Robert, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that was a good episode. I don't know if I was my favorite, but
yeah.
And to be honest, I don't think I can recall all episodes to even.
Not even doubting it.
What is a favorite?
Not even doubting it.
But that was a fun episode just because it was different.
You know what's
than everything before.
You know what's hilarious is that you and Ellie do that every time y'all meet. That's just the first time we've actually recorded it and put it on air.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's their normal conversations, by the way.
I think we need to get them together to talk Rise of Skywalker or the latest Star Wars trilogy and have them go off.
Oh, God.
No, that would be crazy.
He doesn't know enough about Star Wars to have that debate.
Shots fired. Rob, what's been your favorite? Rob, what's been your...
Because he doesn't watch all the content. He doesn't read the books. He's basing all his knowledge off of the films. That's not enough to provide a valid argument.
All right. I believe you, man. I believe you, dog.
Just saying, bro.
And Rob, how about you? Favorite moment, favorite event? What's been something that stuck out to you the most?
You know what? When we went to do a Celebrity Fan Fest for the first time, that was I had a good time, man. Me and Jericho. The best part of that day was just me and Jericho walking around and meeting some of the
statues.
Yeah. It was fun.
I knew you were going to say that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'll piggyback kind of off Rob. My favorite podcast or episode moment was the first Celebrity Fan Fest. The 4 of us all sat down together and did an episode. And you guys won't remember this. It just meant a lot to me because it was absolutely the funniest thing that we've ever done together. There was a moment in the show where the 4 of us all started rambling at the exact same time for 5 solid seconds. It was just like a cartoon. It was just absurd. And we all stopped at the exact same time as well. It was all just choreographed and rehearsed. And I'm like, that's the coolest thing we've ever done. So it just kind of sounded like...
Did you not record that?
Oh, I did record it. I'm going to have to go and play it back for you. We published it. It's in there.
I think it's on YouTube somewhere.
You know what was also great about that episode? We interviewed Bob, right?
Yeah.
And then at
the
end of it, somebody said something I think I got upset and I like threw my headphones down and just walked away.
That was me. I said something about Rob having. I probably said you had to go back and like interview the statues or something, and you like didn't even say bye. You just like flipped the table and took off.
Just threw his headphones down and took off. That's what it was. Like
Oh,
that.
it was
Yeah.
great, man. It was,
Yeah.
it's a high road. I said nothing, just walked away.
Shout out
Not worse.
quickly to our other fellow Geekcasters, Jericho, Eliu, Dusty, and then all of our friends who've been on the show, Brian, Derek,
Mike.
AJ, Nightwing, Mike, Tina's been on the show. All of our families have been on the show.
All the cameo appearances.
All the cameos, all the other podcasts, The Goods, Con Culture, Alamo City Movie Talk. We have a lot of friends in this town, a lot of friends in this industry, and can't wait to just do 100 more episodes. They're just going to get better and better from here. Ain't that right, gentlemen?
It is, man. It's been fun, and I'm looking forward to what more we got.
Why don't you wanna share the good news of?
Yeah, we can do that. I guess right away we'll talk about our show expanding, and then we'll talk about future events at the end of the show or towards the middle of it. But the Geekcast is getting one Geekcaster bigger. A friend of ours, Joe Garcia, who runs the um, Two Shots podcast, sports show on Twitter. He's joining the group. He'll be joining us next week for the first time, and we'll be talking all geeky things. I've been on his show before, and can't wait for him to join us. So welcome, Joe Garcia. He'll be joining us next week on the Geekcast, and we're getting a little bit bigger. How about that? And all you're going to do is probably hear him and JC talk about sports the entire time. I'm going to apologize in advance that they're going to be talking about sports half of the shows. That's not what it's for, but we got to let them do what they want to do.
No, I will talk geek stuff, and we might have conversations about sports before and after we start recording.
It's going to be all sports metaphors when we're talking about like comic book movies and TV shows.
Yeah.
All right, so welcome, Joe, and we'll see him next week. Well, quickly, I want to talk about the JDF event from this past weekend. Jason David Frank was doing his Texas tour. San Antonio was sort of the third stop on his list. He went out to our favorite comic book shop, Dragon's Lair at Alamo Ranch. And if you guys didn't hear about this, I'm going to let you know he started at noon and did not stop meeting fans until around 8:15, 8:30. That dude is a trooper.
He posted, I think it was on Instagram, and yeah, he mentioned he was like there for like 6 or 8 hours straight or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this guy is a workhorse for sure.
Here's what I was
Professional too,
beyond, above and beyond that, because I left around 2, 3 o'clock maybe, and I offered to go pick Jason up some food. I'm like, look, just name a spot. I'll grab whatever he wants. I'll grab him a steak. Just let me know what he needs. They asked him, and he said, I'm good. I'm gonna power through. And I'm like, dude, he never took a break. 8.5 hours of straight meeting fans of all ages, all nationalities. I mean, just all backgrounds. It was amazing. It was a beautiful thing. I've never seen so many people just totally excited to meet one of their childhood heroes. So it was a great event, and he was professional. He was great to every single person in that line, and that's just tremendous. You don't see that happen all the time at conventions when you're meeting guests and celebs. So it's just amazing to kind of see him do that for the city and for Dragon's Lair. They had a hell of a time. Did you guys get to catch the interview we did?
Yeah,
I did.
Mm-hmm. It was, it was short, but it was good. I think it got straight to the point, so it was worth the watch.
Yeah, I knew.
Watch you talk too long. We normally do. Hey man, you had one hell of a weekend, dude. You were chatting it up with Chatty. What do they call it? Chatty Patty or Chatty Cathy
Sure.
with Billy Howardell
Billy.
and then JDF, man.
What a crazy weekend. Yeah, he didn't have a lot of time, and his line was huge. So I'm like, I'm not gonna be the guy to hold him back from this intense line. So I wanted to make sure we talked about Legend of the White Dragon because I don't think a lot of people have heard about it. Rob, I don't know if you've heard about it, but
I've been following that whole project
oh,
for a
fantastic!
while now. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So
Really, really cool.
yeah, they've reached their goal for funding. They're still in pre-production, but they're gonna start filming, I guess, pretty soon because he said it's gonna be a project they're gonna film during COVID. So, for those of you who do not know, Jason is partnering with Bat in the Sun, which is a production company out in California, and they started out just doing what like superhero beatdown episodes, just putting heroes against heroes, like sort of fantasy films or whatever you want to call it. Just fights you would never see in a on a screen or in a theater, and that's how they got started. They would bring Jason on every now and then to do Power Ranger episodes, to do Bloodshot, and I guess somehow they came up with the idea.
Seen them, and if you have not seen those, you are doing yourself an injustice.
Yeah.
Go and watch it. Just stop this video, pause it, go over there, watch those videos, and then come back.
Bat in the Sun. They're fantastic. All the videos are high quality. The choreography is great. The banter, the dialogue is cool. So it's just geeking out for things that would never happen. What things do we see? We see like Batman going up against I think Wolverine one time. Batman against Deadpool.
Against, Deadpool.
Yeah.
They even did a little. I don't. Was it them? I don't know if it was them. I want to say it was them. Like a little animation between Goku and Superman. But I might be wrong. It might not have been them, but they've done so many.
Yeah.
And what's cool is, even like the ending of it is decided based off of like a fan vote.
Yeah.
Right. But they always film the alternative.
Yeah.
Which is super cool.
That is cool. So cool. So Jason did
sitting there like, oh man, I wonder what it would have been the opposite end. They give it to you anyway. Cool.
Jason did a video where he was the White Ranger going up against Scorpion, which was like one of my favorites. So well done. And so now what Jason's doing with Bat in the Sun is he's actually doing a full film, independent film, all self-funded by them and the fans. They had a Kickstarter go up for it, and they're going to do kind of a spin-off to Power Rangers. Let's call it alternate universe. Can't call it Power Rangers. Copyright infringement if you do.
Yeah.
It's going to be something similar, though. And he's going to be the main character, the main hero, I believe. Not a whole lot of details have come out about the story. But it's called Legend of the White Dragon. They're going to start filming, let's say, in the next few months, hopefully. And it'll get released next year, if I'm not mistaken. They have more announcements to come out later this month. So as soon as we hear something, as soon as Rob hears something, he's going to let all you geeks and geekettes know. All right? JC, I know you want to talk about this next topic. Scott Pilgrim versus the World has just turned 10 years old today. One of your favorites, sir. How did you celebrate?
Watched it while I was working.
Smart man.
I have a Roku in my office there, so I actually have a digital copy on Apple. So loaded the Apple app and played it. And my wife and I have been quoting that movie all day today, back and forth. It's for both of us. It's one of our favorite movies. She actually saw it before I did.
Wow.
I think I was working when she was off in the summer. She and my cousin went to see it. And all they talk about is like, JC's gonna love this movie. And when I finally saw it, and when it loads, the first scene and the first sound you hear is the Triforce chime from Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. I'm like, I'm hooked. This is awesome. So this is such a great movie, and I had a blast. It's just fun. It was just a fun movie, and I really enjoyed it. The game was great too. The video game was awesome too.
Not only is the movie fun, but when I think about it, it rode the line between live action and a video game better than any other film it ever has done in ever. Meaning, like,
Yeah.
it had a foot in both worlds, and there's not one point in the movie where you're sitting back going, "This is just ridiculous," or like, "This
Yeah.
is just stupid or silly." You never thought that. It was always done with like high production value, great quality, and it just enhanced it. It was a live action, but it was also like an anime cartoon, and but it never felt like it was one or the other. It was a perfect blend of both. And so it was just so
Yeah.
refreshing to see a movie done from start to finish in that vein. It was like I wish real life was this interesting all the time, but it's not.
I mean, the story, the movie, it's what goes on in Scott's head. It's how Scott sees the world.
Yeah.
Edgar Wright today on Twitter just shared a whole bunch of behind the scenes photos, and there he is holding up the comic, and here's the actual scene they're filming side by side. He's making sure it looks like it on certain shots, and I thought that was pretty awesome. Getting to see all those behind the scenes photos 10 years later was really cool.
Last thing I'll say about this is that a couple of tidbits. One is that Beck wrote most of the original music for the movie, and according to reports or according to insiders or Edgar Wright himself, who might have mentioned this once, maybe he was exaggerating, he wrote just over 30 songs in about 30 hours.
Wow.
All different lengths, because there's some things that are considered songs that are just a few seconds long, but that doesn't matter. It's just the soundtrack is incredible. And speaking of the soundtrack, Edgar Wright revealed today that they're going to re-release two separate soundtracks for Scott Pilgrim versus the World with additional content never before released. Details, I'll reveal the details on Facebook when they come out, but I'm very interested on what those additional songs, what that additional content is, because he he's been saying that fans have been asking for some of this content for about 10 years, so it's pretty exciting. Rob, when are you going to commit to watching it? I like how you put yourself on mute during this whole time.
Well, you know, I don't want to say anything that's going to offend you guys.
No, never. What?
Since apparently y'all like it so much. I am. Let me put it this way. I won't say never.
Your wife has probably seen this, right?
Mm, have you seen Scott Pilgrim vs. the World?
She's sitting like a foot away from him.
That would be negative, sir. She has not.
Really?
No, she has not. Yeah. That's a good quarantine date movie, I guess you could say.
She won't.
We're actually in the movie of a movie trilogy date night series that we're watching.
Should we ask what it is, or is it not appropriate?
You can. It's not really comic book related.
What is it?
It's not porn either, is it?
It's Star Wars. I know it's Star Wars.
It's a foreign film trilogy.
Cool.
It's the first one we saw yesterday. It's called The Invisible Guardian.
All right.
It's pretty neat. It's like a crime suspense genre.
All right.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Interesting.
Give us a review when you're done. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really good. I would recommend it if you're not turned off by a film with captions, because it's that's spoken in Spanish.
Ooh, awesome.
But, like legit Spanish, so from Spain.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh, the motherland's the list.
Yes, there's a lot of lisp going on.
Yeah. With like 30 words a second.
But it's really good. You got this ex FBI agent who comes back home to Spain to track down a serial killer.
Ooh, good stuff.
And there's some dark secrets about the serial killer that she comes to find.
Well, of course, there's got to be.
There's always is, right?
Always is.
So yeah, so we watched part 1 yesterday, and we'll watch part 2 next week, and then part 3.
Hell yeah, man.
Pretty cool, man.
We have some other news that I know JC's interested in. JC, give us your take on the fact that Def Jam is teasing a new game release to come out.
Is that real? I keep saying that, and I'm like, dude, is that real or is that fake?
It's
Because it looks so fake.
It's power of the fans, man. I mean, this is the fans got the Snyder cut. The fans brought back Young Justice, and people have been wanting another Def Jam game ever since Fight for New York came out. I mean, I know we didn't get Evo this year, but last year at Evo there was a side tournament for Def Jam Fight for New York, and these guys are good. So I know Ted brings this up because when I had a retro night birthday party celebration in my house, that was one of the games, and
He kicked everybody's ass.
fun. Yeah, it's so much fun. It's a street fighting / wrestling game. It plays off the old N64 No Mercy engine, just faster paced. It's so much fun, and
it's all rappers.
it's all rappers playing characters. Danny Trejo's also in it too.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
You know, so there's actors and stuff. I have it on PS2. I still play it every now and then just to having a bad day, just go kick some ass or something. But
that sounds silly.
It's a fun game, and I honestly
sounds silly.
Trust me, you would love it, Rob.
Rob would love it. Yeah.
And, yeah.
And, maybe if it's like the game of the month, like the free game to download, I don't know if I'd spend $60 on it.
Well, if they re-release a new one or even a reboot of the old one with some like updated roster of people, I would love it. So, but yeah, I could. It's just so well put together. EA did a great job making them all those years ago. So
name 2 current rappers you'd want to see added to the game.
I actually came up with one. He's not current, but he's still famous. Andre 3000.
Okay.
Yeah. You might as well put both of members of Outkast in there.
Well, if I had a choice of 2, I'm putting Andre, and I'm also going to be putting Busta Rhymes, because you can throw some kung fu in that.
Busta's already in it. Well, he was in the old ones. Yeah. So.
I would guess he'd be there because he's been around for a long time. But
DMX was in the first one. He needs to come back. I mean, I would put DMX back in there, and then.
I don't know any current rappers. I don't know. Do you, Rob?
Yeah.
Hell no.
I don't know. I mean, they'd have to update the roster just to get his. Oh, Chance the Rapper.
Chance
the Rapper. Chance, I enjoy listening to. I would love to see him in the game. So
sure.
Chance,
I mean, I'm not trying to offend these guys, but are they going to be beating up anybody?
Just for the hell of it, put Kevin Hart in the game.
Ooh.
Why not? Yeah. Guy's been on Wild 'N Out a few times. Put Kevin Hart in the game. Let's see what happens. I'm sure he'd be all for it. Yeah. I mean, I know he'd be all for it. So
that's awesome.
If you put Kevin Hart in there, you got to put The Rock.
I'm sure, exactly.
You know,
maybe that's the strategy.
Those 2 guys are man, that's gold right there.
So JC's excited. It sounds like it's gonna wait until the new consoles get released. Am I right?
Probably at this stage of it, I think it's just heavily rumored. If they surprise us with the PS4/PS5 release, that'd be awesome. Especially if it's cross-play compatible online, like the new Guilty Gear game is going to be. That'd be pretty damn cool. So, but I've always wanted to, because these games came out on PS2. And the only way you can play with other people is that they had to be in the same room with you. So
yeah, if
they were able to do this online now in this day and age with some good netcode, that'd be pretty awesome. It'll be a lot of fun.
Well, there you go. I'm going to start something for the first time ever to commemorate our 100th episode. Almost at 100 years. 100th episode called Rapid Fire. Rapid Fire is just where I blurt out news updates, and we don't spend a lot of time on them, but they're worth mentioning. First up, Halo Infinite has been delayed to 2021. Reason why that's huge is because it was going to be one of the biggest titles whenever the new Xbox gets released, and now we have no idea when it's going to get released. But COVID has pushed not only movies back, but major game titles. A sequel to 47 Ronin is in the works. It will most likely not include Keanu Reeves. Reason why I think that is because this sequel is going to be set 300 years in the future and will be set in a sort of like steampunk world kind of setting.
Isn't he going to be in a steampunk game anyway? So you might as well just throw him in there.
But how are you going to explain?
Keanu Reeves and Def Jam. Put Keanu Reeves in the Def Jam. Why the hell not? Screw it.
Do it.
He could do it.
Do it.
Bill and Ted.
He's actually really busy. After this, he has 2 Matrix films and another John Wick film. So he's gonna be real busy. And then lastly,
5 actually. It's not just one John Wick; it's 2 John Wick films.
that's right. No,
He's gonna
two
be
two
doing
John
4
Wicks,
currently.
2 John Wicks, and 1 Matrix. I had it backwards. Good job, Rob. He is listening. All right, and kind of a bombshell that was surprising to all fans of Avatar: The Last Airbender. The original creators of the series were producing a live-action show for Netflix. Both of them have walked away. I posted the letter on our Facebook page. It's very disheartening for all the fans who were excited. Everybody was stoked in 2018 when the announcement came out that they were going to be making a live-action show, and the creators walked away, citing what most creators walk away for: creative differences.
Differences, of course.
You hate to see it.
That's not a good look. That's not a good look.
No.
It's
Not on Netflix.
No.
Netflix needs
That,
it.
I mean, that only shows that Netflix is trying to kind of do what Disney's doing and have their hand in everything. Like, y'all need to just back off. Just hire the creators, hire the directors. That's all you got to do, and then let them do them.
Yep. Don't make the same
Get
mistake Warner
out of the
Brothers did.
way.
So just let it happen.
And it's not like Netflix does. I was just about to say, doesn't Netflix have all the money to begin with? Like, what are they being stingy about?
Exactly. I mean, my wife and I have been watching Umbrella Academy, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, they just let it happen. You know, why not just let the creators make it the way they want it made? You know, what is it? Now, are they saying creative differences? Is that the real reason, or is it money? Because money always talks in this business. You know?
That creative differences is always kind of like the go-to, right?
Right.
That always seems to be the mainstream excuse.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the show is still going to be great, but you got to just feel bad for what could have been. Exactly, right? Other than that, want to announce that DC Fandom, if you haven't heard, if you've been living under a rock, DC Fandom is coming out August 22nd, which is next Saturday. We are counting down the days. Major presentations, brand new trailers, never before seen footage, and new surprises, all to be announced at DC Comics' first ever DC Fandom event. The countdown to the Geekcast will be doing coverage for the event, most likely on Facebook. So be on the lookout for our updates, our itinerary for either pre or post commentary. And then early next week, we're going to do sort of a preview of DC Fandom. All the announcements we already know are coming. All the movies we know that are part of the event, comic books, TV shows, everything we know going into DC Fandom coming out early next week during our preview episode. So cannot wait for DC Fandom, because not only are there exciting projects that we already know about, I'm waiting for the projects we have no idea are coming. And I feel like DC has had a lot of time to put together some badass projects. So now's the time to drop them. We're not going to wait any longer. Give it to us. You've had years to put stuff together. There's not been that many movies that have been in production. So give it to us. Let us know what you got. And we can't wait. DC Fandom. Can't wait, and hope you guys join us during our coverage of the event. Now for the finale of the 100th episode for the Countdown to the Geekcast. I'd like to bring back a segment that is relatively new to the group.
What segment are we talking about?
Is he going to share content? Oh,
Has
snap.
started
Here we go.
screen sharing.
Oh.
What has Steady got up his sleeve?
Oh,
It is the one, the only.
Hey man, this isn't even 1080p. What's up?
That's what Geek said, isn't
Hey,
it?
That's what Geek said. Yeah.
Hey man, we need some sponsors who can like build this up to look pretty cool.
All right.
Oh boy.
Let's see, Rob. This is your first time, so you're gonna go first, okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's watch the
Do I
clip.
get a buzzer?
I'll tell you.
No, you watch it, yeah.
Okay. Thank you for having me on the show this evening, Ted. I know you have to go through great lengths to reach me, as I have been out.
All right, Rob, it is your job to tell us What is the reason you were out? Your options are A, you were training with Pikachu, B, solving crimes with Pikachu, or C, catching Pokemon with Pikachu. Rob, what's your answer?
What was option A?
Training with Pikachu.
Training. No, that doesn't sound right. I think I was solving crimes with Pikachu.
And JC, same question. You're allowed to match answers during the first few rounds. Is it A, training with Pikachu, B, solving crimes with Pikachu, or C, catching Pokemon with Pikachu?
I remember this. It was solving crimes. This was when Detective Pikachu came out. So, yeah.
This was during our
Oh,
Touch
man.
Ovum episode 49.
Yes. Yes.
Let's see what Rob said.
Solving some crimes with my little buddy Pikachu.
Hey!
Hey, calm down. All right. This is my show today, not yours.
All right, question number 2. You guys both have a point.
I guess because the product is so good, nobody cares.
Exactly. If the movie's good, everyone's going to forget what they saw.
If it happened in, like, Star Wars, people would lose their minds.
Yeah.
If you showed, like...
All right, pausing it there.
Oh,
JC.
God.
JC, you're going to go first. What was the example that I gave? Was it A, Han and Leia kissing, B, the Millennium Falcon blowing up, or C, Luke and Leia holding lightsabers together?
God, what did you say? I'm going to say Han and Leia kissing.
Rob, same question. What Star Wars example do I give? Han and Leia kissing, Millennium Falcon blowing up, or Luke and Leia holding lightsabers training together?
The Millennium Falcon blowing up.
Let's find out.
If you showed a trailer of Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia holding lightsabers
what?
side by side, and it
Yeah.
never happened in the movie, people would freak out.
Yeah.
And you think,
Gotcha.
like... And you would think... Like, hey, that would never
It
happen.
doesn't-
But we saw Hulk running in a trailer with the rest of the Avengers and all the Wakandans behind them. And that never happened.
Yeah.
Question
It doesn't
3.
help. It doesn't help. Pause this game show.
Pause it.
Okay? Pause it. It doesn't help that I don't know the context of that conversation to make a
Me
best
neither.
judgment.
Yeah, I believe you.
I
Yeah,
couldn't remember the context of it either, but yeah.
totally at a disadvantage here. JC's cheating.
I got it wrong, too. So,
Question
Well, then
3.
you're a bad cheater.
But no, I'm looking forward to it. Okay.
Rob,
Okay, I gotta Google a word that's more than excited.
All right, Rob, this question's for you. What was JC's phrase for your excitement? Was it A, muy excited, B, so excited I could kiss you, or C, I just pissed myself?
Muy excited.
JC, same question.
I think I said muy excited.
Let's find out.
Muy
Super.
excited.
Because I am
Correct.
beyond excited. I'm ecstatic. Yeah, like holy crap,
Uh-oh.
dude! I was at work when I saw this, and if I could, I would have jumped out of my chair and leaped and enjoyed.
Do it right now, Rob. Do it right now.
Yeah.
Question 4.
this is our annual Free Comic Book Day live stream. It's also Star Wars Day. That's why I got my favorite Star Wars shirt on. It is also Rob's birthday. Rob, happy birthday, sir.
birthday, Rob.
Geekcaster Rob, who couldn't be here today.
All right, this question first goes to JC. Why did I say Rob was MIA? Was it A, he was watching a Star Wars marathon, B, he's at a buffet, or C, he's playing the new Spider-Man PS4 game?
Oh, mother. I'm going to say it was a Star Wars marathon.
Rob, same question, sir. I don't even know if you know this answer.
Mm-hmm.
Why did
I don't
why
think
did-
I was even watch this.
Thanks,
But,
Rob.
But since you're referencing my birthday, it's gonna be Star Wars marathon.
Hmm.
It's gotta be.
Let's find out.
May the 4th.
He's probably at a buffet right now.
Final question of the game. Final
family
question.
tradition we don't know about.
Yeah.
Final question of the game, and you guys are tied right now, so no same answers for the final one.
Oh, come on.
All right.
Definitely.
All right.
Oh my god.
See,
We totally knocked him out.
He's in a daze.
He looks like he's gonna
He
go
doesn't-
home and
he
just
doesn't know
stress
what's
eat like a
going
whole
on right
pint
now.
of ice cream right now. Yeah.
All right, pausing it
What
there.
is even going on in that conversation?
I'm
I
going to
don't
give you a
know.
little bit of context. We just revealed to Eliu the top picks in the running for the new Batman film. One of them who happened to be Robert Pattinson, and he did not take the news well.
Oh, that's why he looks all defeated and bummed out.
So the question
Okay.
is, and Rob, you're going first on this one. Eliud hasn't felt this bad since when? Did he say since he saw Spider-Man 3, or since seeing Batman v Superman, or since he heard Tom Holland was cast as Spider-Man?
Since Tom Holland was cast as Spider-Man.
JC, same question. Eliud has not felt this bad either since watching Spider-Man 3 or since seeing Batman v Superman or since hearing Tom Holland was cast as Spider-Man.
He can't
since
say
this-
C. You just told him.
Yeah. So since this was referencing Batman, though, I'm going to say since he saw Batman vs Superman. So
Let's find out.
I haven't felt this bad since I heard Tom Holland was playing Spider-Man. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
And
can't
I
get
remember
into that.
everybody
Look
was
at,
like,
look at
"No,
Robert's face.
it's gonna be all cool because it's not an origin story. It's supposed to be experience." And then look what we got.
Thanks for playing, gentlemen.
This was the setup before the Spider-Man debate, actually. So I should have known.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, Rob, that was your first. That's what Geek said, sir. How'd it go?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. What's my prize? Do I get an all expense paid trip somewhere?
Your house.
Or a new car?
Yeah.
Bragging rights, sir.
New
You get bragging
car.
rights.
A movie tickets
You
or
get bragging
something?
rights. You don't like bragging rights? Bragging rights is what makes the world go round.
Bragging rights do me nothing. Other than being able to say that I beat JC at something. But
And he
I'm
rarely-
1-1 in that.
he
I'm 1-1
rarely
in that game.
loses.
So I guess
He is 1-1.
I'm 1-0, baby.
1-0.
1-0. I'm undefeated and I'm retiring just like that. Just like Michael Cole. Michael Cole's undefeated at WrestleMania.
That's true.
One of these days, I'm going to spend some time going through all the episodes and seeing like how many games we've played and how many times everybody's won. Because I'm pretty sure JC's won the most. Like the Geek is right.
I don't even know.
I
don't even know.
think it would be a close match between him and I.
Ooh, now I'm even
It's
more
somewhere
intrigued
in
to
there.
find
Yeah.
out.
So
I think Jericho
Yeah.
just always loses. Period.
yeah, Smash Brothers too. He's yeah. So
Well,
That's
thank
another
you.
Yeah, did I
conversation.
ever tell you about the first time we hung out? We played what was it? I think it was like one of the SmackDown games on PS2. and granted, it was like I think it was one of the new copies. I hadn't played it yet. And Jericho had it, so we're in his room, we're playing the game, and I whooped his butt with like every character there was, right? And he's like, I don't understand how you're beating me, like, well, because you suck. I don't know. I even think he was like Kane or something, and I picked like Tori Wilson or some female character. Oh, it was funny.
That's
It was
messed
great.
up, man. That's messed up.
yeah, that's awesome.
Oh gosh. Well, thank you both for playing. That's what Geek
You're
Said.
welcome.
It's my new favorite
welcome.
game. It's a lot of fun for me to set it up because I get to go through all these amazing moments
hmm
of past
I
episodes.
think to make that better, we need buzzers, and so only one person can answer the question. And if they're wrong, then it goes to the other contestant.
As soon as you can figure out a way for me to have virtual buzzers, I'm all for it, man.
I think
There's an
Zoom
app
you
for
can
that?
raise
Is
your
there an-
hand.
All right,
I
we'll
think
give
in
it a
Zoom you
shot.
can like hit raise your hand or something, and so whoever the first person to do that gets called first.
All right,
Oh,
all right.
man.
I'm about to figure it out then.
Or old school, we can just do this.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I got it.
We'll get it done. We'll get it done.
Yeah.
Thank you, geeks and geekettes, for watching this 100th episode of the Countdown City Geekcast. Can't wait to do 100 more. It's going to be absolutely great and fantastic. Welcome, Joe, to the group. Can't wait to get you on the show, talking geek with all of us. DC Fandom is next weekend. Be on the lookout for our agenda, our itinerary, and our coverage of what's going to be one of the greatest events, if not the best virtual event we've had all year, because some of them have been a little bit of a letdown, but we're really excited for this one. For the Countdown to the Geekcast, my name is Steady. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for following us, listening to maybe all 100 episodes for some of you guys. We can't do it without your support, and we can't wait to see you again at our next event, and thank you for listening. My name is Steady. With me on this episode is the man, the myth, the legend, JC.
Thank you for 100 episodes. Rob, you need to finish this line. Next time you're at the checkout counter and you hear the beep.
I can't remember it.
Oh, come on.
Something Supermarket Sweep.
Think of all the fun you could have on Supermarket Sweep.
There you go.
I was waiting to get on
got
episode. It's on Netflix.
Got
It's
it.
fun to watch the old episodes.
It is.
Man.
Ted, have you seen anything? Have you seen it at all?
I watched the first episode because you guys wouldn't shut up about it. I was like, what the hell am I watching? And I shut it up.
It needs to come back, man.
Yeah, it does,
That and
man.
Shop Till You Drop, man. Oh,
It does. It needs to come back.
And last but definitely not the least, the guy who's been here for probably most of the episodes and the only undefeated geek caster at That's What Geek Said. It's Rob.
That's right. Thanks for watching, guys. Maybe I'll be here for the next 10 episodes if Ted is really shooting for another 100.
There you
I'll
go.
go for 10% of that.
There you go.
He's just trying to knock out the 10 now. Screw the rest of the 90. Let's just get the 10 done right now.
Do it.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Later.
Hey guys, Adrian Allen here. For more Geekcast episodes, subscribe to us on iTunes or your smart device podcast app. And please, write us a review. Be sure to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Countdown City Geekcast. Follow us on Twitter at ccg_podcast or visit our website at www.countdowncitygeekcast.com.